Hello, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counselors Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Becca. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can see the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for more. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. First up, we have Georgian University. Take it away.
Thank you, Becca. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tracy McCarthy. I'm here from Georgian University. I'm so excited that you are here today, and I am very excited to talk to you about our school. Again, my name is Tracy McCarthy. Dan Gallen is my assistant director, and he also assists in our transfer students over at Georgian University. I'd like to just share a little bit about Georgian University. We were founded in 1908. We are on about 156 acres of land. We have a great location. We're located to the Jersey Shore. It takes us about 25 minutes to get there. We're also located enough for students to go to New York City or also Philadelphia. Initially, when Georgian University started, they were all women's college. However, we did go fully co-educational in 2013. We have about 1,700 undergraduate students currently, with 700 graduate students as well. We boast a 13-to-1 ratio, so most of our classroom sizes are quite small, under 20 students. Here are a few of our majors that we offer at Georgian University. This is our arts and sciences. If you have any questions, feel free to send me any messaging in the chat. Some of the programs that we are so excited about would be our health profession studies program, and also our nursing program is absolutely amazing. So amazing that we have our own slide for our nursing program. Georgian University is known for nursing. We are actually connected to the Hackensack Meridian health program. We have state-of-the-art labs. We also are launching our brand new accelerated BSN program. Another school at Georgian University hosts the digital media and business programs. Some of the programs that are quite popular are our business administration program, and our Latino business studies program is very exciting and brand new. Also, we have our marketing. We also have School of Education. Georgian University is well known in the state of New Jersey for educators. We also provide a special option for students that they would receive the TOSD, which is the Teacher of Students with Disability endorsements. So if you are looking to enter the world of work through education, I can highly recommend our School of Education program. It's really important that when you do decide upon a school that you look into career services. One question that I would always pose, when I'm graduating from Georgian University, will I be able to secure a job? Over 92% of our graduates are in a major related job right after graduation. If you are considering living on campus, we have a few residence halls, Maria, Mercy, St. Joe's, and St. Catherine's. All of our dorms are co-ed, and parking is guaranteed for students if they choose to commute. We are a D2 school. These are some of the sports that we offer at Georgian basketball, cross country, lacrosse. I'm really excited to say that today we actually made it to the finals for softball, so that's really exciting for us. So those are the sports that you would be able to participate at the university if you choose to attend some sports events. Here are our tuitions and fees for Georgian University. Most of our majors, full-time studies is about $16,000. Our nursing programs are slightly higher. Also included are our residence and meal plans. I guess when I first show that screen, initially students are a little bit concerned, but it's a great opportunity to talk to you about our merit-based scholarships. Our students come to the university and they are awarded a merit-based scholarship based upon their GPA. I also wanted to indicate that we are test optional this year, and I believe that we will be test optional for the remainder. So if you're looking to transfer to Georgian Court University, there are a few things that you need to do. The first is to complete a common application. Also, you'll need to request any official transcripts from any colleges or universities that you've attended prior. If you have attended a school, but you only had about 24 credits, you will need to request your high school transcript sent over to our university. Our preferred deadline for deposits is March 1st, but due to the pandemic, we are extending that. Also, for transfer students, we do accept up to 75 credits from a 2-year college and up to 90 credits from a 4-year college. We do accept most classes, except for students that are in 095 classes. Remedial courses will not come over through a transfer. Here is a wonderful resource. You can always take a picture of it, or we can always send it to you into the Q&A. This shows you how to get in touch with admissions, registrar, student accounts, BOF. Some campus updates for this year. We are hoping to open our campus fully August 16th. We are excited to have students back on campus. We are also going to be offering some classes at the high flex model, and we are actually offering tours as well. So I certainly hope you come and check us out. If you have additional questions, I will put our contact information in the chat, and you are welcome to reach out regarding anything that I've shared this afternoon, and I certainly thank you for the time.
Thank you. Up next, we have Lockhaven University.
All righty. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the PACAC Virtual College Fair. My name is Noah Porter. I am the Associate Director of Admissions here at Lockhaven University. So if you don't know, Lockhaven University is located pretty much smack dab in the center of the state of Pennsylvania, just about 30 to 45 minutes away from both State College as well as Williamsport. And same goes for only about 3 hours away from Pittsburgh and Philly. So I really love the central location that you do find here at Lockhaven. Kicking it right off, 3,100 students, total enrollment here at Lockhaven between our undergraduates and our graduate program. So definitely a small campus feel going along with that 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Average class size that you can see goes right along there with 23. This is something that really is at the core of education here at Lockhaven. We really strive to make sure that that our classes are as small as they can be, because that personal attention that you're going to get in each one of these classes is what makes, it's what makes a degree at Lockhaven potent in the professional workforce, after you graduate. So it's something that I really hold in pretty high esteem whenever it comes to pursuing an education here. Lockhaven is currently celebrating their 150th anniversary, or just finished up celebrating our 150th anniversary, moving into our 151st year of educating students in the Commonwealth. You can see some of our most popular majors that are listed below here. These include programs in the health science. We have some of the region's leading programs in pre-physician assistant studies, as well as exercise science or pre-athletic training. That goes for several other programs within health science as well. Along with criminal justice, several programs within business and sport administration, as well as sport management. Several programs also within education, biology, and psychology. Now, along with these programs, we also do offer accelerated graduate degree options in both sport administration and pre-K through 4 education. Transfer students are able to apply and be accepted into these programs as well. So if you're interested in earning both a bachelor's and a master's degree program, feel free to reach out for a little bit more information on what that entails. But they're some of our newest programs, and we're really excited about some of the opportunities that we can provide students to be competitive within the Commonwealth. Lockhaven University also have a few other graduate degrees that are not shown on this slide, and those include programs in the health sciences, along with physician assistant studies and athletic training. Lockhaven University does participate in Division I and Division II NCAA sports. Our men's wrestling program, as well as our women's field hockey program, are both Division I and do compete nationally each year. It's pretty exciting, some of the things that they are able to accomplish within those programs. And we also then have 16 other offerings within NCAA Division II. Other than that, we do offer 7 different club sports available, anything from, things like archery, things like boxing. We even have, believe it or not, a real life Quidditch program here at Lockhaven. So if you are a fan of the fictional sport from the Harry Potter novels, Lockhaven University does have a Quidditch team that does compete nationally each year and goes out to places like Oklahoma, places like Texas, and competes in national competitions with Quidditch teams all over the United States, which is pretty exciting. I'm also very excited to tell you that we are open Monday through Saturday for in-person and virtual information sessions or tours. You can set up a time online at lockhaven.edu if you are interested. We have plenty of opportunities as well as individual information sessions specifically for transfer students. If you'd like to bring some of your transcripts with you, you are able to get an on-the-spot unofficial credit evaluation with any credits that you do bring along, which is very exciting, and it helps you get a better idea of how you can see your future here at the Haven. I also want to mention briefly about some of the scholarships that we do have available for students, both in-state and out of state. They are not exclusive to the state of Pennsylvania, but we do have some generous merit-based scholarships based on information that we can glean from those college transcripts. So those do start at $1,000, but they can go up to 65% of your total tuition, which is pretty exciting. And I'm very, very happy to be able to talk about some of these scholarships that are available for students, not only now, but also in the future moving forward. So if you are looking to transfer right away, we are still accepting applications for the fall 2021 semester. You can go to the link that's listed on there, admissions.lockhaven.edu/apply, and complete that application today. We are not a member of the Common App, so you do have to complete our homegrown application. But the reason that we are not a member of the Common App is because you can complete our application in about 15 to 20 minutes. Super simple, doesn't take a lot of time, and we are currently waiving that $25 application fee for all students due to the pandemic. If you're already accepted to Lockhaven and would like to learn more information, we are still currently accepting enrollment deposits due to the pandemic as well. So if you're interested, I'm going to put my contact information in the chat box as well. So feel free to reach out to myself or any of my other colleagues at Lockhaven for some more information. Looks like Becca is back, so I will pass it off to my next colleague. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Up next, we have Waynesburg University.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Kristen. I'm an admissions counselor here at Waynesburg University, and I'm very excited to be here to talk with you all. So just to get into an overview of who we are and where we are a small private Christian liberal arts university. We're located in southwestern Pennsylvania, so it's about an hour south of Pittsburgh and about 25 minutes north of Morgantown, West Virginia, where WVU is, so very close to the border. We were founded back in 1849, so we've been around for quite some time, and our mission here is to educate students to make connections between their faith, learning, and service. So you'll hear a lot about that along the way. So faith on campus is very important to us here, but it is an optional thing. So students are not required to come from any sort of faith background or participate if they're not interested. So we do have a lot of opportunities, though. Our campus ministry center is located right in the middle of our campus, and it's open every day. Students can come and go as they please. It's a really nice living room atmosphere. There's often free coffee and food, which is great. We have Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So if you're looking at athletics, this is usually a nice group to join if you want to incorporate your faith into that as well. They meet Monday nights, typically twice a month at 9. We have a weekly chapel service. These happen Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. and there are no other classes or activities scheduled during that time. So for students who would like to go, you're not missing anything. And for those who don't, you just have an extra hour to do whatever you want. They usually keep these services about 35 minutes. So I always appreciated that as a student. I stayed engaged. My favorite thing though was Upper Room. So this is an all student-led worship service. This happens Sunday evenings at 8, and it's a great way to reset for the coming week. So onto our academics, we have 70 plus major and minor concentrations. So in those, 5 of them have an integrated bachelor's to master's program. Those 5 are athletic training, business, counseling, criminal investigation, and education. We do have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We've got about 1,400 students overall. So things stay pretty small. We want you to have that one-on-one time. That's why we have about an average of 16 to 25-ish students per class. Also, 100% of our academic departments do offer hands-on learning, whether that be through research opportunities, internship opportunities, field placement, clinical sites, things like that. So this just goes over the majors that we have. They are in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for something in particular, you can scan quickly and find it that way. Our top 5 that we have to offer is criminal justice, nursing, forensic science, business, and education. So if you're looking at one of those 5, you're looking at a good program. In terms of athletics, we are a D3 school, and we have a lot of different options for both the men and the women who might want to participate in a sport. I think being D3 really gives you a nice work-life balance per se. You know, you're playing because you love the sport, not because you're getting money for it. So that's a lot of fun if that's something that you want to bring along with you. In terms of our merit scholarships, transfer scholarships do run on a different tier versus our first-time freshman students. So our top tier would be the transfer honor scholarship. This is $10,000 each year, and you need a 3.5 or higher GPA to earn this scholarship. Our transfer scholarship is $8,000 a year, and this GPA would be a 3.0 to a 3.49. Our transfer opportunity award comes in at $5,000 per year, and this would be a 2.5 to a 2.99 GPA. For any students who are not PA residents, there is a state scholarship of $3,000 that you'll receive every year on top of your merit scholarship, the 3 I just mentioned. Similarly, our Community College Impact Award is $2,500. That's yearly and for any student coming from a community college. Our Scout Scholarship is $500 a year if you are an Eagle Scout, Silver or Gold Award for the Girl Scouts. In terms of tuition and fees, we come in at about $37,530 overall. So that does include tuition, fees, room and board, which kind of sounds like a lot, but with the scholarships that you receive, we do try to make it affordable for each student by chipping down on that number. And if you have any questions throughout the rest of the program, feel free to put them in the chat. I would love to talk with you. And just real quick before I wrap up, we are open for visits. So if you are still looking for this fall or maybe, you know, for next year or the spring or anything like that, you can come and visit us and apply on our website for free. Thanks.
Thank you. Up next, we have Fairleigh Dickinson University.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Jordan. I am one of the transfer counselors at Fairleigh Dickinson University. We do have, sorry, I'm gonna go back here. We do have a couple of counselors who assist. We have 2 different campuses. So the Florham campus, which is in Madison, New Jersey, as well as the Metropolitan campus, which is in Teaneck, New Jersey. We do offer a variety of majors here at FDU. So most majors are offered on both campuses. However, there are a few of them that are campus specific. So for example, criminal justice, engineering, and information technology are only offered at the Metropolitan campus in Teaneck. Theater, graphic design, and creative writing are only offered at the Florham campus in Madison. But then majors such as business, computer science, psychology, teacher education program, nursing, those are offered on both campuses. So I encourage you to just use our website as a guideline as you're kind of going through and trying to figure out, one, which major you're interested in, but also which campus you may prefer. If your major is offered on both campuses, then it is totally up to you which campus you would like to go to. Admission requirements are the same. So ultimately, if you get into one campus, you're going to get into the other. It really is just which one you believe is going to be the best fit for you. If your major is only offered on one campus, then of course you do have to attend that location. So just keep that in mind. We do offer pretty small class sizes. So our average class size is going to be about 16 students. And we do have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Here is a little breakdown of the two different campuses. So really the two major differences that I like to point out to students are athletics and the number of commuter versus resident students. So our Metropolitan campus in Teaneck, New Jersey does offer Division I athletics. So if you're looking for any additional funding in order to compete, you would want to look at the Division I campus. Although kind of unique to FDU, although we are one university, we do also offer Division III athletics at our Florham campus. So if you are interested in competing, not necessarily at that intense Division I level, then Florham may be a better option for you. With Division III, I think as mentioned in a previous presentation, there are no scholarships at the Division III level. So you are simply competing because you want to continue your sport in college at the collegiate level, but you wouldn't be getting any additional grants or scholarships or anything like that for competing. The other thing I like to point out here is that our Metropolitan campus does have a lot of commuter students. So it's about 50% of students living on campus and about 50% commuting to campus every day. The big reason for that, or one of the biggest reasons, is that the campus is about 8 miles outside of New York City. So a lot of students will make the commute to campus on a daily basis. With that being said, there are still residence halls there. There are students living there. I just like to point it out because nights and weekends may be a little bit quieter than over at Florham. So the Florham campus is very residential. About 70% of students live on campus and do remain living on campus all 4 years that they attend the university. The biggest reason for that is that rent in the surrounding areas is pretty expensive. So unless students are local and choose to commute, they oftentimes just stay on campus for all 4 years. There is different resident hall styles available. So there is suite style, apartment style, kind of depending what you're looking for, you should be able to find something that you will enjoy. We do also have 2 campuses abroad. So this is something that we're really proud of. We do have a campus, Roxton, which is in England, as well as our Vancouver campus in Canada. So both of these are study abroad opportunities that you would have, and your tuition and your financial aid does transfer over with you. So really your only additional expenses are going to be your transportation to get there, and then of course any traveling or exploring you want to do once you are there. With that being said, if our 2 FDU locations do not interest you, that is totally fine. We do have partnerships all over the world. So you can still essentially go anywhere that you want to go. We've sent students to Italy, Germany, Australia. We have an entire list that you can look through in the study abroad office. We do offer both short-term and long-term options. So short-term is over the summer, winter, or spring break, and long-term, of course, is for the entire semester. I will say one great thing about FDU is that we do give students the opportunity to go abroad more than once. So if you have a couple of different places in mind, you may be able to do a long-term option and then another short-term option, depending on the flexibility of your schedule and your major. So if you're thinking about studying abroad even just a little bit, I do encourage you to have a conversation with the study abroad office and just see what would be available for you. Of course, both of our campuses are very close to New York City as well, so that is a big attraction that we really like to emphasize to students, that you do have access to New York City. The train station is right by both campuses, and it'll bring you direct into Penn Station. So whether you're looking for jobs and internships or entertainment purposes, New York is very accessible regardless of which campus you do ultimately end up choosing. All right, a little bit about visits. So we are offering instant decision days, both virtually and in person. So in order to schedule that, you would just reach out to our office and we'd let you know what days and times are available. We are also offering in-person tours. So those are currently being offered Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. You do have to have an appointment in advance. And then lastly, we do also have virtual tours as well. So those are offered Tuesdays and Thursdays specifically for transfer students at 11 a.m. Last thing, as far as applying, we are not available on the Common App. So that is only for our incoming freshman students. Transfer students do have to go to fdu.edu/transfer, fill out the transfer application, send over your official transcripts, and that's all that's required to apply. So we don't require letters of recommendation or anything like that, and you'll automatically be considered for transfer awards and scholarships. I will put my information in the chat. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. All good. We are at time, so we are going to go to our next college. We have York College of Pennsylvania. Take it away.
Thank you very much. All right, just get my screen up here. Okay, so thank you for coming today. My name is Erica Sheeler. I am the Assistant Director of Transfer Admissions here at York College of Pennsylvania. So we are located in central Pennsylvania. You can see on our little map here, we are pretty much right there in the south central Pennsylvania, I guess is the best way to describe us. So we are in the heart of the jobs-rich Mid-Atlantic. So there are tons of job opportunities very close by to us. We're only about 30 minutes from Harrisburg and also Lancaster, Pennsylvania, if you're familiar with Pennsylvania, 45 minutes from Baltimore, Maryland. We are 2 hours from Philadelphia, and we're also 2 hours from Washington, D.C. That is without traffic. I will tell you it's probably closer to 2.5 hours because there's always traffic. We are only 3 hours from New York City and 4 hours from Pittsburgh. So there are tons of cities close by to us. And we also have a lot of great opportunities right here in York, Pennsylvania as well. So that's a little bit more about where we're located. Next is an aerial view of the college campus, just part of it. We do have 3 different campuses. This is more a look at our main campus. We have a west campus and a north campus. They're all only about 2 blocks of residential area away, so like a 5-10 minute walk. So they are very close, and we also have a shuttle service that takes you between the 3 campuses as well. So we have 4,000 full-time undergraduate students. So we're not a huge school, but we're not a tiny school. You're not going to know every single person that you walk by, but you will know a decent amount of people in your classes, especially in your major and things like that. We have 70 majors and 60 minors, so there is a lot to choose from. Some of our biggest majors, most popular majors are nursing, engineering. We have mechanical engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, and civil engineering. And we just made some great improvements to our engineering buildings as well in the past few years. We have a lot of different business options as well. That's one of our most popular majors, since there is so many of them in what we consider our Bachelor of Business Administration, where you pick a concentration and a minor. So you can kind of focus on exactly what you want to do in the business field. Education is very popular as well, and also our criminal justice major. So there's a lot to choose from. Again, there's over 70, so there is a lot to choose from. We have a new program coming this fall in environmental horticulture, so that's a new one. So it's kind of cool. It has to be your niche, but it's pretty cool. And I've learned a lot more than I ever thought I would know about horticulture with this program. We have 182 full-time faculty members. They are here. They're present with our students. They always go above and beyond for our students, extended office hours, helping our students, things like that. So they're always here for our students. Student to faculty ratio is 15:1, and our average class size is 19. So we also have, seems like that's kind of what's going on today, pretty small class sizes with the colleges that are here today. So that's one of the main reasons I chose your college. When I went to school, I really wanted that small class size to get to know my faculty members, the other people in my classes. I didn't want to just be a number where I was in the back of a lecture hall and, you know, not having any idea what was going on. So I really liked that small class size option. So this is just some quick facts about your college, a little bit about housing. So we are about 70% resident student and 30% commuters. So we are much more of a residential campus. We have tons of things going on around campus pretty much every weekend. We do open mic nights, cash bingo, lots of fun things for our students. We do a spring concert every spring where like a big name celebrity comes and does a concert. In the past, we've had Panic at the Disco, and we were supposed to have AGR this spring, but that couldn't happen. So hopefully they can come back. So there's a lot of fun things that go on here on campus. So for housing, we have traditional dorms, apartments, suites, houses. It really kind of depends on where you're coming in as a transfer student of what would make the most sense. But most of our transfer students come in a suite style or an apartment style since they come in as an upperclassman. Vehicles are permitted on campus. You can have a car. It's $100 a year for your parking permit, but if you'd like to have your car on campus, you're definitely welcome to do that. I kind of talked about this a little bit before, but we really want our students to get involved, and there's lots and lots of ways to do that. Lots of clubs, lots of organizations. We do have a specific transfer student union club that was just started 2 years ago that is specific to our transfer students. So that's kind of a cool thing that we have that you could join if you'd like to. And we also have 23 Division III athletics, so we are Division III as well. Our men's lacrosse team and our tennis team just won the title for the MAC conference this weekend, so that's kind of cool as well. So lots of fun things, even if you don't want to be a D3 athlete. We do have clubs, team clubs, things like that for most of the other sports, and I promise you they are still competitive as well. Okay, so of course we got to talk a little bit about money, right? We can't let you go without knowing how much tuition is. So our tuition, now this is for the 2021-22, but my apologies, I did not change that. This is the correct tuition though, I promise, for the 21-22, so this fall coming in, which would be the $22,350. So if you'd be looking at being a commuting student coming and living around Pennsylvania, around the York area, it's about a 35-mile radius that you could be a commuter student. If not, you're gonna have to add the room and board, which gives you a total of about $34,400. So yes, that's a big number, but that is before any scholarships and any aid, financial aid. So 99% of our new students do receive financial aid through the FAFSA. That's a pretty big number. And our merit-based scholarships for transfer students range from $1,000 to $5,000. So that's the merit-based scholarships that you can get directly from the school, and then any other outside scholarships can come in as well. And lastly, just the application process. You can apply directly on our website. We do accept the transfer common application as well. Both of those are free of cost. You'll want to send us an official transcript. If you have less than 15 credits, we will need your high school transcript, all college transcripts that you've attended. So if you've attended more than one college, we will need all of them, and any AP classes can come through College Board. And we do recommend you sending an essay and letters of recommendation, but they are not required. And I'm going to put my email in as well to the chat, and also our Transfer Resource Center page. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Erica. Now I would like to invite all of the representatives to come on screen, and we are going to do just a quick Q&A, just one question. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school. So we'll have Georgian Court start.
Yes, I would say a fun fact about us is we are very close to the Jersey Shore, which is incredible. And our campus is extremely historic. So I hope you come and check us out.
Great. Up next, we have Lockhaven University.
Hi, so one cool thing about Lockhaven, students can expect to have a whole host of additional major offerings, as well as new student club and student event offerings starting in fall 2022, due to the fact that we are integrating with two other local institutions. Waynesburg University and Mansfield University are going to be integrating with Lockhaven University to create one Northeastern public institution available in Pennsylvania. 3 separate campuses, but one institution. So it's going to provide a lot of opportunities for our wonderful students. So if you're interested or excited, feel free to reach out to me.
Great. Waynesburg University.
Okay, so something that I think is really interesting about Waynesburg is that we're actually one of the oldest, well, we're a university now, but we're one of the oldest colleges that educated men and women equally way back when. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a great one. Fairleigh Dickinson University.
Yeah, so we've actually filmed a lot of movies or shows on our campus. So there's always like, well, not always, I shouldn't say that, but there are times where students are like in the background of different movies. So one was the trial of the Chicago 7. So if you've seen it, that was filmed at FDU. So it's always just exciting when people ask if they can use our campus to film that.
Very cool. And last but not least, York College of Pennsylvania.
Thank you. So if you were paying attention in my presentation, there was a big green rock. This is what all of our graduates that are graduating every single semester get to sign the green rock. So it's kind of a cool tradition that we have. So they're doing it right now, which is why it's kind of top of mind. They're signing the rock for graduation, which is this weekend. So my name is down there in the layers of paint somewhere, but it's kind of a cool tradition.
Awesome. All right. Well, that concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We would appreciate any feedback you can provide. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all other session recordings at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So thank you so much again. Thank you so much to our panelists and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.